This is the second in a series of videos designed to help you understand and be able to play Travis-style fingerpicking. In that first video, we described what constitutes Travis-style picking, which is keeping a steady beat with the bass and then adding some melody notes with your fingers. We showed some of the common Travis picking patterns that the folk singers use to accompany themselves. Here are some artists that you may be familiar with that use this style. So while Merle Travis didn't invent the style, he certainly was the one to popularize it. As with creating a solo on any instrument, it all begins with knowing the melody to the song you wish to create an arrangement for. To first do this in Travis style, I suggest sticking with a song where the melody notes mostly fall right on the beat and you have lots of quarter notes or longer notes. Keep in mind that we're going to start off very simple and then develop a solo that is much more interesting. We'll start off with a very familiar song, and we'll play it to a metronome so that you can hear how most of the notes land right on the beat. Notice how just the word "the" towards the end of the line was the only note that fell in between the beats. Knowing our chords to the song allows us to create a steady thumb bass line. Notice that the thumb will keep playing even when the melody note lasts longer than one beat. It's important to keep the bass notes steady and constant. That's how listeners feel your beat. So here's the steady bass. I'll sing the melody so you can hear how that one note falls in between the beat. Camptown ladies sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah. Camptown racetrack 5 miles long, oh the doo-dah day. One little trick we'll do to get that quick melody note is to do a pull-off from the first fret to the open second string while we're keeping our steady bass. So we could create an entire solo playing with just the melody notes on the beat and the bass notes on the beat. It will feel like you're doing what's called pinches as you go along, where all of the notes with your thumb are being pinched with your fingers. But now we'd like to make our arrangement a little more exciting, so here's where syncopation comes in. Syncopation means moving notes from the beat to which they belong to the offbeat, in other words, the and of the beat when you're counting in eighth notes. This results most often in the melody notes being pushed a half beat early, thus anticipating the beat where they belong. This push of these early sounding notes is being played against the steady bass, which is what allows you to keep it in a steady tempo. If you take a look at the music that I've transcribed for the solo to this song as we play these anticipated notes, you can see the notes that are circled are the ones that actually show up a half beat early. This includes the last G note of the melody, which actually shows up as the last note in the D chord measure, thus creating a little tension that gets released as you return to the G chord. So here are the same first two lines played with all these anticipatory notes. See if you don't feel like it makes this sound a little more like ragtime or country blues rather than just a straight folk song. 1, 2, 3, 4. just a quick mention that playing in the syncopated style will be a little more difficult than playing with the straight pinches, and for some people it does take time to learn how to do that. But once you learn how to do it with one song, the technique tends to be transferable to many other songs as you learn. With all this as a background, we will now play both versions back to back. The straight melody right on the beat, followed by the syncopated version. This will give you a chance to hear that yes, indeed, this is the same melody, just played in the full Travis style.